Deep Shot Podcast, episode 35. Kevin Durant episode, and the boys were on game day. That's right, national television, ESPN, channel 206 for all the DirecTV people out there. We were on there straight off commercial. Straight
Straight
off
off.
commercial.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't
Straight
have missed
off
it.
commercial. And I
Couldn't
know
miss
you
it.
guys saw us. Jake, just me and you were out there. Caleb couldn't make it because, obviously this isn't important enough to him.
Yeah,
But,
apparently not. And Teddy, it was also, man, me and Garrison were in a tough situation this weekend, man. Right after they saw us on game day, Kirk and Lee Corso came down to us and were like,
Yeah.
hey, man, like, we've listened to your pod. Like, you want to, like, join game day? And we're like, we can't do that to Caleb. We can't just leave him behind. So, we're just looking out for you, Caleb. So, yeah, you're welcome.
Nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was very thoughtful of you.
Yep, but shout out to us for the promotion. Shout out to everybody who followed the account. It was nice. It was lit. Shout out to the woman who kicked us out of that private tailgate, apparently, that they were having at College Gameday. That didn't seem real at all.
Yeah, how are you just going to have a tailgate in the middle of a game day in the middle of Myers Quad? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it's
not possible.
But what we should talk about before we move on is how the sign came about. And the plan was, me and Jake were talking about making a sign. And so one of us got up at 6:30 that morning, ready to roll.
One of us didn't.
One of us didn't. One of us went and got all the supplies. And yes, we were holding it up with a what was it called?
I don't know what it's called. Like, but it's one of those. It's like a balance, like one of the balance sticks where it has the little thing with the bubble that goes in between the lines, like tells something's like perfectly 180 degrees. Completely like just as redneck as you can possibly get, holding it up and down. It doesn't get any better.
Yep, but it got us what we needed. Yeah, it's gone, long gone. Shout out though, that was nice. Deep Shot Sports on ESPN. Not many people can say that.
No.
So we can.
I mean,
big advertising.
I don't think Pardon My Take's ever had a sign on College Game Day.
True.
We have.
Biggest podcast ever.
We have.
Yeah. Just saying. We did see Lee Corso too.
Corso is crazy. Corso is crazy, man. Like, he was closer than I am to, like, my light right here. Like, just walk straight through. And I'll say this, just to get ahead of it right now. Lee Corso ain't looking too hot right now. He ain't looking too hot.
That's going to be our first question. How's he looking?
He's definitely seen better days. He looks like somebody's just holding his hand walking through that. I'll say this. Yeah. And throughout the years, you've noticed, like, Corso's game day, like, predictions and all that have gotten more and more and more vague, and now basically all it is like he just goes whatever Kirk's going with, and then like the main game, like they're there, he has his little 2-minute spiel where he just spouts nonsense and spits all over the place.
Yeah, it's like the same thing over and over again too. It's like the same thing every week. Like he always acts like he's gonna pick one team and then picks the other one. Like he does it like every week. But the game itself, let's talk about that. I mean, you guys really remember you two guys picked Arkansas plus 18.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Well, here's my thing.
Must have sucked being wrong.
It did. I'll just say this. I think it was more of me just. I wouldn't say doubting the Dogs because, like, I mean, I know they're good. I mean, I know that there's 2 teams in the country this year by all things that really matter. I just expected more out of Arkansas. I mean, dude, after like that first drive, there's 2 false starts to start the game. Sanford is rocking.
Dude, yeah.
And then KJ doesn't do anything like until they have that one drive in the second quarter where they're able to get a little bit going. But then, I mean, they didn't do anything all game. I expected there to at least be something. I thought there would be a backdoor cover, cut it to 17. That's what I was expecting. Very glad to be wrong, though. Very glad to be wrong. I love what I saw of the Dogs this weekend. I loved it. We look
insane.
Hey, Kirby told us to be elite. We were elite. The fans were elite. The team was elite. It got up to 112 decibels.
The game.
112 decibels at noon. It was louder than the Auburn Penn State whiteout game.
Yep.
at noon
Noon.
in Athens.
Best fans in
That's
the nation.
wild.
It
That's
is.
so wild.
It really is.
The
And also,
thing
I
is,
don't
though,
know.
is like Arkansas had chances to score. Like they went down, they got in red zone like twice that game, and they missed
No.
a field goal.
I
You
don't
know
think
what I
they got in the
mean?
red zone once.
They missed
I
a field
think
goal.
They got close on that one drive in the first half. They got close to the red zone. I don't even
They
think
did
they got
miss
to
a
the red
field
zone.
goal, but I'm almost willing to guarantee that they did not even hit the red zone. Like
Yeah, I
put the
guess it
ball
was
inside
like
the
a
zone.
50-yarder or something like that, like a 40. It's like they had the one long pass, and then Jefferson broke his one long run of the game, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it was
literally
just straight domination. Once again,
Yeah.
I've said it. Fastest defense in the country. Like that's the fastest, most physical defense in the country. And we're literally like everyone's made the 5-star, 4-star jokes. Yeah. Well, now you see it because now we're just way better by way better than everybody else. And of course, now everybody's gonna be like, well, Arkansas was overrated, right? Because they beat A&M, who is now a 2-loss team and unranked, and they beat Texas, and it doesn't really mean anything. Whatever. We don't. That's not our fault. That Arkansas was ranked 8th, probably a little too prematurely. People love the SEC. People love a good feel-good story. I think it's pretty obvious, though, that after 1 and 2, like Caleb's been saying, I'll give him the prop. There's not much there, especially when we see a team like Oregon lose this weekend. And now we got Penn State and Iowa going up against each other. And isn't it so funny that somehow College Gameday doesn't even go to that game? Crazy, but Jake called that one too.
Where are they going?
Texas,
Red
Oklahoma.
River. Yeah.
Oh,
But
for
what I'm getting
God's
at,
sake.
Hey, well,
I went off on a tangent, but Georgia, Alabama, top 2 teams. Whoever you put in front of us, it's probably going to be like this. It's going to be like this week against Auburn. Going to say that, but look, Georgia. We're way better than everybody else. That's just how it is. And I called it minus 18.5. I thought it was easy, guys. Easy.
I'll say
And
this.
honestly, you might want to start taking the unders for all the Georgia games, unless JT Daniels comes back, and then they put him. Because if JT Daniels playing this game, we easily score like 50.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They're going to start. They're going to
times.
start setting those unders really, really low now. Though, like it's going to be bottom out. Like they're going to expect people to go score 0 points against Georgia.
Yeah, well, considering that there's only been like 20 points scored through 5 games. Yeah,
the
That's
team
right.
totals,
5 points
the
a
team
game.
totals are literally going to be 0.5 over under for the opposing team. Like, will they score? Will they score? Will they not? Like, and honestly, the fair answer will be no. I mean, that's 2 straight shutouts against 2, SEC teams. I mean, say what you will about Vandy, say what you will about Arkansas. Not a single point in 8 quarters. That is impressive. It doesn't matter who you're playing. You can go out. You're playing freaking South Carolina State for 8 quarters. You don't allow them to kick a field goal. That's impressive. I don't give a shit.
Facts.
It's just crazy. Like they've unbelievably just reloaded. And I'm with y'all. This is the fastest football team on defense I think I've ever seen. Ever.
Yeah.
When you have those 2 linebackers just going in there and wreaking havoc, then you got Carter and the grown man himself on the D line sitting there. And you hadn't even got the secondary yet. Darian Kendrick played a hell of a game the other day. And he's a transfer. He's just getting there. It's unbelievable. The dogs are rolling.
Dude, yes, I just saw it. Arkansas, they got to the 20, at the 20, when they missed that field goal. They were at the 20 once. That's it. Didn't move, dude. The block punt, everything. Great game. We don't.
Yeah, block punt was huge.
Man, that block punt was like right in front of our seats, like just like right there, man.
Electric.
And oh my God, it was loud. Oh my God, it
Exciting
was loud.
stuff. All right, Alabama, Ole Miss. Man, Lane Kiffin just I get the first one. I'll give him the first one to go for it on like 4th and 2 at like inside the 5. I'll give him that. But midfield 4th and 3, already down. I mean, I look. I know what you got to do to be Bama, but you're giving them that good a field position. That's where it all went wrong. Also, Bryce Young is probably the most relaxed guy in the pocket in all of college football. Like watching, he never tenses up at all.
Yeah, he's poised,
super smooth.
Dude, I'll say this about Kiffin. I mean, hindsight is 20/20 always. So it's easier for us to sit back and say like, oh, you should have taken your points there. But even in like, if he would have decided, just take, to go ahead and kick the field goal for those plays, it wouldn't have made a difference. It wouldn't have made a difference. You want to beat Bama, you're going to have to go for it on fourth down inside the red zone. That's just something you're going to have to do. You got to get in the end zone. And he said it. Hey, he said it before the game. Get your popcorn ready. I mean, good Lord. I mean, if that is not just just coming out and just saying how aggressive you're going to be, and I love it. I love it. I thought Ole Miss had to cover. I know all of us had Ole Miss have to cover. I love the intensity. I love the balls on Lane Kiffin to go for it consistently fourth down after just getting stopped. And he's like, well, fuck it, let's do it again, run it back.
Yeah,
that's just what you're gonna have to do. You want to beat a team like Bama on the road, you're gonna have to do stuff like that. So like I said, like it's tough. It's tough to come back now and say like, you probably shouldn't have. When you probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, but games like that, like Ole Miss was playing like that aggressive against Alabama for years, and it's usually been working. Like, but this time they just got blanked. Like the game was over before it started. At that point, like after the first quarter was done. I guess you got to take your licks, whatever. I applaud Lane Kiffin though for having the damn nuts to come out and say, "Get your popcorn ready."
That's awesome, dude. Like that has
so
to
cool.
be. Even though, like,
and
if they
G said it
won,
too. G said it last week. He was like, he's going to be that kind of guy this game. He's going to be that. I'm going to throw my hands up for a touchdown call, but he didn't call too many. So,
dude, but here's what I'll say when we're talking about Georgia and Alabama. Here's the difference and why I think Georgia's a little bit better and people should realize it. Okay? Alabama let up in that second half. 21 points scored in that second half for Ole Miss. That would not happen with Kirby's defense. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what people love to come after our offense. And like our offense is not in full force.
I will say our offense. You go ahead.
Well, all right, our offense is not in full force right now. I mean, obviously we don't have JT. JT's hurt, 1 week and then good the next week. I know he hasn't participated in throwing drills today or yesterday. Well, I know he didn't yesterday. I can't say for certain if he didn't today.
I think they held him out today too.
I mean, probably it did, but here's my thing. So I was talking to Wizzo about this, and he was like, dude, I was like, that defense is crazy, but our offense, like, I just don't know about our offense. And I was like, dude, we scored 4 less points than Bama did on Saturday. 4 less points.
5.
I thought then they scored 40. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so 5 less points than Bama did on Georgia Southern Education. We scored 5 less points than they did on offense on Saturday. 5. They threw the ball how many times? We threw the ball 12 times.
Arkansas running that 3-3-5 defense was literally a joke. You said this Saturday, Jake. You were like, that was I'm pretty sure you're the one who said this. You're like, that was the most boring 37 points of all time. Like, because it truly was. Like, we just ran the ball for like 280 yards because Arkansas was playing 3 men on the line. For just thinking somehow that's gonna work. And we're just pounding the ball. Kirby doesn't want to embarrass Pittman like that. Blah blah blah. Stetson's not even getting a chance to throw the ball deep. Like they're running 3rd and 12 and we're running 5-yard hitches. I mean, it's just I would like to think that they're trying. They could tell from the get go that Arkansas was not gonna have a chance of scoring, and so they just played it the safe way. But that was but got off track there. The offense, yeah, you're right. Not full force. JT Daniels. I mean, Blaylock's supposed to be coming back soon. I mean, we haven't really even got Darnell Washington rolling. We're not even. Tyke Smith didn't do anything yet. I mean,
Pickens may or may not come back, right?
Pickens
if he comes back, it's going to be like semifinal game. In my what I've been seeing.
SEC still got to look forward to that though.
Oh yeah.
Championship game. But even still, though, like you say, they're not full force. But like, I think the main problem that Georgia had the first couple weeks was O-line. The O-line starting to come around a little bit. They look good.
Yeah, they're bullying boys around.
They're bullying people. Yeah, and this is a really young O-line too. Like, there's only like 2 former starters on that line before this year. That group looks a lot better after being them. They were bullying Arkansas around. And my favorite play of the whole game was when they brought Jarvis Jones down there.
Jarvis Jones.
not Jarvis Jones. Oh my gosh. When Jalen Carter pulled back on the goal line, and they ran that ISO. He went in there and blocked 3 people. That was my favorite play of the entire game.
Yeah,
that nuts?
And Jalen Carter's our backup nose tackle.
Yeah, it's awesome seeing him and Jordan Davis check-ins. Pretty tough little lineup.
And the fact they called timeout right before
Jordan Davis is the best player in college football.
He is so big, and I know that's obvious to everybody, but like, I just don't understand how he came out of someone. Think about RIP to his mom. I mean, good Lord, that is a big old baby, man.
Jeez. All right. Cincy Notre Dame.
Dude, I was wrong in this one too. This was a tough one because literally at game day, people would ask me, they're like, "Oh, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's our podcast. We talk, college sports, NFL, all that." And they're like, "Oh, what's a lock?" And I was like, Notre Dame money line. And if they would have played the whole game, I think they win it. I really do. But just average Notre Dame, they want to sleepwalk through 3 quarters. In the 4th quarter, they think they're going to turn it on and come back and win. And you can't do this against this Cincinnati team. This Cincinnati team has shown us that they are legitimate this year. And, I preface this all with saying, if my lock of the week was going to miss, I'm glad it was to Cincinnati, because I really do want to see Cincinnati make a run for the playoff. I think it's going to be an absolute bloodbath in their semifinal game when they play either Georgia or Alabama, which is what it's seeming like it's going to be. That's going to be a tough one, but I'd like to at least see a group of 5 team make the run, get there, have a chance.
Me too. I'm also glad Notre Dame is just now out of the picture.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah,
not have to worry about
Wisconsin, thank God.
Wisconsin.
Penn State or Iowa will be out of the picture pretty soon. Yeah, Wisconsin's always in the picture, and they always stink. They're not
they've got
good.
3 losses now. They've been out of the picture.
Yeah,
but Caleb. We should recollect that. Our picks weren't so hot last week. Caleb had his lock of the week. My lock of the week was Texas -5 and pushed. So that kind of sucked. But
I missed.
Since he did they got the win. Notre Dame Cone and the Pine guy played. They didn't run the ball much at all. Yeah, I mean they turned the ball over in the red zone to start the game. The game was kind of boring, honestly. The little bit that we watched of it.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right. What else is going on? What other games? Auburn,
Michigan.
LSU.
Michigan was freaking.
Michigan is still here. I've been vouching for Michigan. I've been vouching for Michigan. Michigan is still here. Clemson is unranked.
Isn't that crazy? What a world we live in.
Well,
dude, I say this: Boston College +15 absolutely saved me on Saturday. Things started getting dark very quickly after those 3:30 games, and then me, Wizzo, and Harrison were on the way back from Athens to Statesboro, and we're like, me and Wizzo were both down like $150. We're like, all right, what are we gonna do? Just boom, max bet. Boston College +15, and it really it wasn't a sweat. Didn't have to sweat it hardly at all, man. It doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. The same situation. We've said this. We're about to have. If we talk Clemson, we're gonna have the same conversation we've had the last 2 weeks. DJ just doesn't look great. The team is lacking the talent that they've been relying on the last couple of years. I know, Caleb, you went on that big spiel last week and just listed off all these players that Clemson's been able to rely on last year, the year before that, hell, the year before that even, going all the way back to the Taj Boyd, Sammy Watkins days. You really can.
That's right.
They just don't have it. They just don't have those guys anymore. And I think it comes to a conversation we're going to have. If you're a number 1 recruit in the country, Clemson's been able to get him the last couple of years. As of right now, why would you go to Clemson? If you are one of the top players as senior this year, why would you go to Clemson? Because if you just look at it from a pure football standpoint, you're going to play in a weak conference in the ACC where you're not going to be going up against the best players in the country. You're not going to be playing every single game on primetime. I mean, if you're getting an offer from Clemson, you're going to have an offer from Alabama. You're going to have an offer from Georgia. It's just there's nothing really stopping you from going to the other top top dogs. Yeah. And if you just think about it, Clemson in general, like the city of Clemson is just so boring. Like there's just really nothing there.
Really is.
If the university wasn't there, it would literally be worse than Macon, Georgia.
Tough.
And that's not saying, I promise you that is not an overstatement. Like it isn't.
All right. Quick run through some other things. Kentucky beat Florida.
Love it.
Kentucky.
Caleb.
Emory is not the guy.
Oh, crazy. I'll tell you who could have lost to Clemson. I'll tell you who could have lost to Clemson. Carson Beck, baby. He could have done that.
He could have.
Lost to Clemson.
Easily. You mean Kentucky?
Yeah, you said Clemson.
That's all right. My brain just gets
Yes, Carson Beck could have definitely lost Kentucky. But that's not saying much. I mean, credit them coming in there and playing pretty good defense, and that little bitty crowd threw us off. We had 130 yards of penalties that game. Yeah, we're going to lose.
That little bitty crowd.
And it's always going to come down to us going down there near the goal line and screwing the pooch every time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would like to know.
He cannot be he's not a downfield threat. Never has been.
No. It's Anthony Richardson time, in my opinion. You got to put him in there. You got to put him in there. I just don't see what's keeping you
either. He did not look great either.
I mean, yes, true. He didn't look great.
He can't throw.
At this point, wow, I just don't. I mean, it's not like Emory is damn Tom Brady out there. I mean, like neither one of them can really throw that well. I'd like to know this from you, Caleb. After the game, Dan Mullen's running out to the 50-yard line with a big ass smile on his face. As a Florida fan, does that not just piss you off? Like the team just doesn't seem like they care. It doesn't look like they care.
Florida does look like a low effort football team. God, Georgia's gonna smack them motherfuckers.
Oh, Schwarber hit it out.
Yeah, Schwarber hit a homer.
I'm behind a little bit.
Looking
but
hot.
I'm not necessarily mad. I mean, I just think we're not as good as we were last year. I mean, I think there's a lot, just the same thing with the rest of the damn college football. There's parity. You can lose any week. Like we can almost play Alabama to 2 points, which there's hope from that. Then we're gonna get beat by Kentucky. Whatever.
That's wild.
Happens.
Got to recruit better. That's the main thing. Like Georgia, Auburn, Bama, and like Tennessee have been cleaning out recruits in the Southeast. And we can't get any guys from Florida anymore.
No, it's really weird situation to be in. That's being the University of Florida. You can't even win your own state. That is.
No.
All right. Let me guys ask you something. Can you guys tell me there are 17 undefeated teams? Now, I don't expect you to be able to nail it. Well, let's see if you two collectively can name the 17 undefeated teams.
Okay, so Georgia, Bama, Cincinnati, Iowa.
Who'd you say?
Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State. I'm trying to think. I'm just gonna try to get through conference. Okay.
What do we have now?
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky. Okay.
Yep.
Who else from the SEC? Anybody else from the East? I don't think so. Anybody else from the West? There is somebody from the East. There's Garrison's smiling.
No. Well, who do we have right now? Who do we have right now?
I said Georgia, Kentucky, Bama, Penn State, Iowa. That's 6.
All right.
Cincinnati.
That's
7.
Kent State.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Did y'all not say Oklahoma already?
No, Texas lost. No, we didn't. We didn't say Oklahoma.
Okay, so that's 7. So now you're at 7.
Shit, dude.
Man, that's crazy.
We got some more.
Ohio State. State.
No, they got beat.
Oh shit, yeah.
We got 2 other Big Ten teams. And an ACC
Northwestern.
school. Boston. No, Wake Forest.
Yep.
Wake
2
Forest,
Big Ten teams.
2 Big Ten teams.
And a Big 12.
We already said Iowa. Kansas State.
No.
Dude, I'm just throwing names out here at this point.
All right.
Minnesota.
No.
Michigan's undefeated.
Michigan.
Is Michigan State undefeated?
Yeah,
No.
Michigan State.
Oh, okay. What? That's 9, 10.
Mel Tucker.
Did you guys get the ACC school?
Yeah, Wake Forest.
All right. The Big 12 school?
The Big 12 school
Besides
is
Oklahoma?
Iowa State lost to Iowa. Not Kansas State.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech lost to Texas.
Baylor,
yeah.
No, Baylor lost.
No, who did Baylor? Baylor lost.
All right, this is terrible. All right, it's Oklahoma State.
Wait. I got to get this one. It was Baylor.
That's who they
played.
lost.
Baylor played.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. That's right. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
That was good.
You guys got it. And then the rest are SMU, UTSA, San Diego State, Coastal Carolina, and Wyoming. 17 teams left.
I was about to say SMU, but whatever.
All right.
Hey, it's kind of a shocking list. Shout out Mel Tucker.
Let's get into the picks for this week. All right. First of all, we need to own what we talked about earlier. We need to own last week's picks.
Yeah.
I need to update right here. All right. So last week, I'll start with my record. I'll start with mine. I'll wear it. Last week I was 1-2, 2-3, 2-4. I was 2-4 with the upset of the lock of the week pushing, and then the upset of the week losing as well. So realistically, 2-5. All right.
5-1.
So I went 22. So now my record is 22-16. All right. Jake went 1-1, 1-3, 1-5, 1-7.
Oh
man,
1-7. With
dude,
the lock,
man, I'm 6 games under now.
1-7.
All right, I gotta come to play this week. I come play this week, man. It's the only. Hey, when you're down, when you get knocked down, I mean, the only thing you can do is get back up.
Now, Jake, you are 17-20.
Man,
Brutal.
All right, Caleb.
Brutal out here.
You were
brutal.
1-4, or no, 1-5. And then
What?
Yeah, with your upset of the week losing. Oh, and then you had Michigan lock of the week. So, damn.
What was the one?
Under Ole Miss under. Ole Miss.
Yeah. Rough week.
Yeah. So we're gonna get better.
Two dubs though.
Hey, there's only. Here's the thing, guys.
That means you're 5 and whatever 10. Or 5 and 9, 5 and 10.
Hey man, all we can do is go up from here. All right, guys. I believe in each one of us. All right, we can do this. We've done it before. The board's going to talk to us. The board was tough last week. Last week was a tough board week.
Smarter.
Yep, we learned from our mistakes.
All right, let's get into it. Georgia Auburn. Spread is Georgia minus 14.5. Over under 45.5. Exactly. Thank you. Respect.
All right, we're just gonna all three go Georgia minus 14.5. I hope.
Yes.
I'll double down on that. I'll go minus 14.5. And I'll 100% hammer the under. I don't even want to know what it is. I don't even care because
45.5.
Score. Auburn's not going to score. Auburn's not scoring. Auburn's not scoring easy. Bang, lock it in. I would like to make that my lock of the week, but that's just too easy. That's too easy. You gotta find something tough down here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm with you. Yeah. Georgia minus 14. I mean, yeah. What else do we need to do? Whatever. They're all hype. Look, this is what cracks me up, right? And so we're 18.5 points. We're at home. Blah blah blah. Then we go to Auburn. All right, and Auburn's coming off this win in Death Valley, and they're ranked 18th. But are we forgetting 2 weeks ago they almost lost to Georgia State and bench Bo Nix, and we just forgetting that? Yeah, Georgia minus 14.5 probably might tease it all the way to 17. Auburn's not scoring. I want to take the over just in case JT was playing. We could probably score 50. I'll take the under because Stetson could be playing. Give it to me all day.
I will go the same way. Georgia and the under.
They're just gonna backdoor cover and hit the over and lose by 14, and
I'm timid to take the over. I have a feeling they'll score more than UAB did.
Vanderbilt combined.
Yeah, maybe. Like a field goal. Come on,
there's a good chance,
right?
Yeah, you would think.
Mm.
I've been right on all my Georgia picks. All right, here we go. Iowa, Penn State, 4:00 game in Iowa. This would be a great night game. But it's at 4:00. Iowa -2. Over under at 41. Someone else start. I might need to hear some opinions.
Yeah, it's tough, man. This one's really tough. I think I'm gonna stick with Iowa though. Iowa's been good with me all year. I like what they got going on in Ames. All right. So I'm gonna stick with the Hawkeyes. I'm gonna go them. The over under was what? 40, 41? 41. I'm gonna take the over. That's relatively low. I could see it being 28, 21 in that range, just somewhere around there. Take the over. I like Iowa minus, what did you say, 2?
Yep.
I'll take that.
I'm going to take Iowa also. I think, you know what? No. Give me Penn State. Better quarterback. I'm unsure about Iowa's offense, but I know their defense is really good. But at some point, that defense is not going to hold up. I mean, Iowa's really looks like they're rolling. I don't know how many good teams they've played so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Sean Clifford plays good,
that's true.
And it plays how he used to or how he has been all year, don't do anything different, and maybe they'll go out there and take care of it. Give me Penn State. What's over under?
41.
Give me the over.
All right. Look, I a few weeks ago I was all about Iowa, but I've also been about Penn State. But I've said that prediction that if Ohio State doesn't win the Big Ten, Iowa will. The thing that makes that pick easy is that Iowa's not in that crazy division with Penn State and all them, blah, blah. But I'm going to stick with it. Iowa -2. Over 4. I'm on the over 2. I think, points will be scored. But I think this game's going to be tight. Like, I really do. This game is going to be tight, like, to the end. And honestly, if Penn State wins, like, I'll be happy for either one of these teams, honestly. But, I'm going to stick with Iowa. I've been rolling with it. So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. Okay. I'm not going to ask you guys about the Alabama A&M game. Or I could ask you guys about the Alabama A&M game if you guys want. Arkansas, Ole Miss. Ole Miss -6, over under at 66.5. I'll go first. I'm on Ole Miss all day of the week. I think this is. I'm stuck because now that everyone else is just on a different tier, and I don't really know how to read teams when I'm watching Georgia football kick ass, that I don't know how to read other teams. I feel like Arkansas had their little cute thing, but I think Ole Miss is better. I've been on this Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss can truly win out. I think they can truly win out. I'll say they will win out. Just get that take out there. I think Ole Miss will win out. Go 11-1. I think they're going to start games at Ole Miss. 12:00 game. The over/under, I'm going to stay away from, but I'm going to take Ole Miss -6.
I'm going to take Arkansas +6. I could be burned by Arkansas 2 straight weeks in a row, but I'm going to go down with the ship if anything bad happens. Here's the thing about this is such a funny matchup because it's just both teams who just got brutalized the week before by Georgia and Alabama. So it's just like who has the better morale like this week. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to take the points. That's really my whole strategy right here. Just give me the points, and I'm going to take the under. I like the under. Under 66. That's a lot of points. Give me the under.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Ole Miss because I'm not sure about Arkansas's quarterback being healthy, and I think that was a big problem that limited them in the Georgia game. So he seemed very gimpy out there playing. Doesn't look like he's going to get back to himself anytime soon.
Shit, dude, you get hit by Jordan Davis
Georgia
3
didn't help his
times. Yeah,
case.
it's all not to be good.
UGA did not help his case. Yeah, I'm thinking he's still hurting. I'm gonna take Ole Miss, and I don't want to play the over/under.
All right, Oklahoma, Texas. That's where game day is.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma, Texas. Oklahoma minus 3.5. Over under 63.5. Texas.
I think Texas wins.
Texas
wins.
Texas wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Texas wins outright.
I've been an Oklahoma hater, but but this game is always going to be crazy. But I mean, Oklahoma's just waiting to lose, right? They have to be. Texas has had a little momentum since that Arkansas loss, which is good. Like to see, like the morale doesn't go down after an embarrassing loss like that. Sark's got them moving. I'm gonna take Texas. I like Texas. I'm not gonna say to win. Plus 3.5 over for sure.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and lock this in as my upset of the week. Texas money line. Like it.
All right.
Big UT guy, huh?
Nah, dude, I'm not. You
Back.
can't.
He quit before the season, but he's back.
Not a Texas fan. Not a Texas fan. I have no reason.
Sure.
Look, dude, I have no reason to be a Texas fan anymore. I had a reason there for like 3 years, and now like it's just there's no reason for me to be a Texas fan anymore. So I'm just not. But I will be cheering for them. I might break out my Texas sweater on Saturday because I do want to see Oklahoma go down. I want to see Oklahoma go down bad.
Okay. Well, Caleb,
I think I would too. But I'm going to take Oklahoma because I think Oklahoma's run defense is better this year, and I think they'll be able to handle Texas' run game, which, their running back is looking great. He's probably in the top 10 of the Heisman candidate race at this point, but maybe their defense stuffs them enough, and their offense on the other side of the ball, maybe Spencer Rattler's good enough tomorrow or Saturday.
Okay. All right, let's get to Jake gave his lock of the week. I'll give mine.
No. Upset of the week. That's not my lock.
Upset of the week. Okay. All right, so my bad.
I'm not throwing my lock on that. That'd be
all
tough.
right, my bad. So let's get into the locks of the week, though. Anybody want to start in case I steal them?
Give me a second. I need to figure out what mine is.
I got mine.
All right, go ahead, Caleb.
I'm sticking with the same team from last week, Michigan minus 3.5 against Nebraska. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
There's
crazy
no
line.
way that Scott Frost is still getting that much
respect,
doubt.
Yeah.
No way. They're 3-3. Adrian
Scott
Martinez
Frost gets
does look
more
good.
respect from Vegas than I do in the fantasy power rankings.
Crazy. I mean, Adrian Martinez, the quarterback, does look good, but come on, man. Nebraska don't win these games, and Michigan actually looks decent. Give me Michigan.
Gotcha. My lock of the week is going to be the other school in Michigan State.
No, that was good.
I offered for
you said it.
I offered for you to go. All right, I got Michigan State -5 at Rutgers. Rutgers is getting a lot of respect from Vegas as well. Like even against Ohio State and some other teams, I've seen they've been close into the point or close in the spread. Michigan State that's 5-0. Mel Tucker ain't no joke. That's all I'm saying. Last year, I remember one of the best wins I had last year gambling on football was a Michigan State plus 400 money line against Northwestern last year. Mel Tucker is a great coach, and he's got a team with him. 5-0. Look, Big Ten. Say what you want about the Big Ten. Big Ten is rolling right now with Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, and Penn State, and Ohio State still there. They're moving. I like Michigan State here again to go 6-0, -5. Lock it in. Lock of the week.
Dude, I'll say this. I love both y'all's picks. But I love this one just a little bit more. Wake Forest -6.5 against Syracuse. They win by a touchdown. Against Syracuse. Wake Forest, hey, Gary, I'm getting on your team a little bit here.
Yeah.
But Hey, they've looked good. They've looked really good to start the season. I mean, I'm looking at their last 5 right here, bro. I mean, like, yeah, it was a little tight one last week against Louisville, but I called it. But besides that, they've scored over 35 points in every single game this year, opposed to Syracuse has only gotten over 35 once. And that was against like Alabama State, that they scored 60. Albany, that they scored 62 against. So yeah, run me up Wake Forest check. I love them. -6.5. I think they win
like
by
that too.
10.
I think I'm going to parlay all 3 of our locks of the week this week.
I like all 3 of them. I really do. I really do. I think I'm gonna do
Those
that.
are sweet lines.
Mm-hmm.
If I was had another pick, I would say, whoa. Another pick I'd say I'd be like content with would be the BYU line over Boise. That seems pretty easy. Over a 3-loss team, only 5 points.
In Provo, like
yeah,
they win that.
Interesting.
I'll tell you a bet we have to look forward to in a couple weeks. BYU comes down to Statesboro, Georgia, and hammer BYU. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Caleb, what's your upset of the week? Jake's already got his.
Okay, well, technically, I'm going to stick with one of my other picks, Ole Miss over Arkansas.
Ole Miss was favored.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay, why are they not ranked differently? Weird, right?
Yeah, so I kind of flip-flopped.
Vegas.
Come back to me. How about that? Oh, no. Yeah, come back to me. All
right, let's just both find
it. I don't
it.
like any of these top 25 games.
I'll cut this spot out.
Yeah, you can cut this.
It doesn't have to be top 25.
That's what I'm saying. Like the rest of the top 25 games, I just don't like.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be top 25 though.
I mean, what about like Virginia Tech? We did Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, Virginia Tech +1.
Is it
okay? I got one. I got one for me. Upset of the
Ooh.
week: LSU over Kentucky. LSU plus 140 money line. I like. Look, we're talking Saturday night about Coach O and LSU. Just seemed like I get it. Like Auburn's different than Kentucky. Kentucky. Look, I think this is a good play, good value. Because I mean, or do we really think LSU is that much worse than Kentucky? Do we really think they're probably not on the same playing field? Do we really think LSU doesn't have something that can burn their defense up a little bit? They definitely do. They still have weapons. They still have a really good wide receiver. I can't think of his name, but he's lighting up. I was watching the highlights. Yeah, give me LSU plus 140. That's gonna be my upset of the week. All right, Caleb, what's yours?
This line doesn't even seem right, but if it is, I'm taking it. Memphis is a 3.5 point dog against Tulsa. That's what I'm seeing on ESPN.com.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, okay. Upset of the week, Memphis. I don't know how they're not favored, but Memphis over Tulsa. Kind of digging in the weeds a little bit there for a pick, but I found a good one.
Nice. All right.
Hey, they all pay the same.
That's right.
That's right. It's like Ben
Hawaii. All right. NFL. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about week 4. Let's talk about the picks.
I just say this, man. The board in NFL has just been talking to me this year, man. It just has. Like, just seeing it clear right now. Love it. I love it.
All right. So last week, I didn't post the NFL picks. We really could have redeemed ourselves if I posted our NFL picks. Like, seriously. After posting college football picks that did terrible. But last week, Jake went 7-5. I went 9-4.
Jeez.
And Caleb went 8-4.
Jeez. Love that.
How about that, fellas?
How
about that, fellas? Season records: Jake 22-17-1. I'm sitting at 21-21. Caleb sitting at 14-14. Caleb was 6-10 last week. A lot of pressure on him. I was also 12-17. A lot of pressure on me as well. We stepped up to the plate. Had some big games.
We got boys.
So pat ourselves on the back because we embarrassed ourselves to the public with the college football ones and then just didn't redeem ourselves at all with the with posting the NFL. But the NFL one, first takes. Let's get some first takes.
The Rams are not unbeatable like we thought they were. Something happened.
Yeah, I think it's more. Honestly, I still think the Rams are a better team, like in the long run. I just think this game had a lot to do with the Cardinals, and also a little letdown game from the Rams. You have an epic game against the Bucks. You win convincingly, and then the next week you turn around and you got another big game against the Cardinals. I just think the Cardinals are ready, man. That was a big game. All around, like from the coaching staff down to Kyler and D-Hop and all his many weapons that he has, they look like a very complete team. The Cardinals. It looks really good for my for when we picked a couple weeks ago who's going to win the West, and I went with the Cardinals. I feel much better about my pick now than I did a couple weeks ago. I still think, man, it's definitely. I thought I did.
No, you went with the Rams. We all said the Rams.
All right,
you started out as Cardinals and then switched to the Rams.
Stuff. Okay. All right. Well, dude, honestly, in this situation, I feel really good about my pick for the Rams. I think after this week, they've got the blueprint now. They see what the Cardinals can do, and the next matchup, they'll have their number. I just think I think it was just more of a situation in games played. You beat the Bucks the week before. It's a tough week to go back to back. Beat the Bucks, then beat a good Cardinals team 2 weeks in a row. It's a tough ask.
Yeah.
But like I said last week, man, you get a matchup like that, you got to take the points.
You did. I was listening. That's exactly what you said. You got to take the points. So props to you. One thing I want to point out. The Detroit Lions and how they lost their game against the Bears was utterly ridiculous. They were inside the 10-yard line 3 times, didn't score any points. Just stupid. And then also just didn't kick a field goal down by 10 with like 4 minutes to go. That was the thing that upset me the most that I just wanted to talk about. The thing that kind of stuck out to me the most, dude, Tennessee, like, they just need to fix what they got going on, man. Like, Tennessee has so much potential to be a really good team. Now, they didn't have Julio and A.J. Brown, but Tannehill still threw for, like, 290. Fucking real efficient football. They, again, didn't hand it off to Derrick Henry enough in the first half.
Yep.
Jets just stuck around. Just Zach Wilson started doing his thing, but man, Tennessee pisses me off.
Yeah, dude. I mean, their defense is just bad. Like Tennessee's defense is not good at all, and they're being exposed as fraudulent because I don't care. Like obviously, being without AJ and Julio, that's tough. That's really tough for your team to come back from. But I don't care. You still have arguably the best running back in the NFL in your backfield. You should be able to take the New York Jets. You should be able to take the New York Jets. You want to be a playoff team. You want teams in the NFL to take you seriously. You take care of business on whenever you're lined up against a team like the Jets. You're going to have to do that. Nobody's going to, it's the NFL. Nobody's going to be feeling sorry for you because you don't have your 2 best weapons. You just got to take care of business, man. Give the ball to Henry 35 times and just see what happens.
Facts.
I think they tried to, though, and he didn't get it done. They were stuffing his ass because they had nothing else other than Derrick Henry in the box.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, I'm just not. I don't know. For it's me looking at the Titans, I'm not complacent with taking that as an answer. You just got to do something. You got to take care of business. Like,
just disappointing stuff. The Falcons
still can't hold a lead.
I mean, that was like it just week 3 was so cool because it was like, damn, we won a game like within the first few weeks of the season. Nice. And I felt hot going into Sunday. I was like, we're gonna win this game.
Yep.
And looked like we should have. We probably should have. Of course, Taylor Heineke had some Johnny Manziel type play. Then they don't get 2-point conversion, and the Falcons just do what the Falcons do. Tough. I feel like that was really like the win. If we win that game, and then we go to London, play New York, and we're at a winning record. Who knows what could go from there? But
shit, dude, we might not beat the Jets.
Back. 2 steps back. Yeah, and now I'm where we won't beat the Jets.
All we know is pain, dude. That's all we know. That's all we will know is pain and suffering, and when will it end? When will the pain and suffering end? I don't think it will.
Yeah. Speaking of pain and suffering, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dude, I called it.
They just can't get out of their own way, man.
Dude, the Jaguars.
Let's talk about this a little bit. Let's discuss this a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's first talk about how I said that was going to be the first game Trevor Lawrence didn't throw 3 interceptions. He didn't throw any. So shout out me. But yeah, the Jags.
It's tough. I really thought they were going to win on Thursday, dude. They should have. They had every opportunity to win.
Oh, that's what we're talking about?
Well, that was their last game they played. We're talking Urban. We're talking Urban. Okay, yeah.
Listen, man, they had a tough little loss right here. He had to just go out and have a little doozy after being 0 and everything so far in the NFL. 1 of 2 teams. He's just as good as the Lions. So he's going to go out and get a little loose. Somebody asked him to come dance. Apparently his grandkids were at the dance floor with him.
He was kind of dripped out, too.
Oh, yeah. Urban had some swag going on. Had the Ohio State quarter zip. It was looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'll just say this about Urban, man. How does he how do you not get fired? I just don't get how he still has a job right now.
Oh, he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it the rest of the year.
Absolutely not.
I guarantee
absolutely
you.
not.
Dude, that's what he's trying to do that so he can go to USC.
Would you be shocked?
Because
if he's freed up and he has the opportunity to go to USC, that's USC's first option. That's their first choice. If you have an opportunity to bring Urban Meyer in on the college level, you jump at that. There's no real. It's really looking at the open. First, look at the open jobs in the college. There's nothing close to USC. Then also look at the available coaches in NCAA. There's not even really anybody close to Urban Meyer unless, one of the big guys, decides they want to take a shot at USC. But I don't see that happening. So it just seems like a match. It's a match made in heaven, Urban and USC. So I see it coming. But man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, dude. What NFL head coach decides there's gonna, y'all go ahead and y'all go back down to Jacksonville. I'm gonna hang out up here. I'll be good. I'm just gonna go to the bar tonight. Have me a good time. Feel on some 20-year-old co-ed. Dude, just creepy too. Dude, he's a grown man. He's a grown man, and when she was dancing up on him, and he just has his hand, dude, that's just not what you want to see. That's just not what you want to see in the slightest.
Tough day for Urban. Yeah, I don't think he'll be there much longer. The Cowboys.
He likes the freedom of just going to freaking just do whatever he wants to, and he don't have to worry about his kids. He thought he was back in Columbus again just to kick it. It's like a little mini vacation for him.
Yeah.
He's back where he rules.
Yeah. Wearing the clothes, everything.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys
they're good. That's what they are. They're good. The Cowboys are a good team. They're a good team. They have a good 22-man roster, both offense and defense. They look good. I just want to say this. Dan Quinn, what the hell is this, man? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you able to field a solid defense this year, but the last 5 years in Atlanta, you couldn't stop a damn nosebleed? Yeah, apparently so. That's all you have to do.
He might be just, I think, the kind of guy that's better as a coordinator, just can't be a head coach, really, really good coordinator then. Bill O'Brien or something. I don't know.
I don't get how he went to the Super Bowl. The Ravens beat the Broncos and beat them pretty convincingly. Glad we've been that. And Teddy Bridgewater got hurt. Drew Lock came in.
Drew Lock time. It's time to see if we were right, Garrison. It's time to see.
Yeah, it's time to see. It was not going to happen against the Ravens, though. And then Green Bay beat Pittsburgh. Is Pittsburgh going to be Is Pittsburgh going to find their way to 9 wins?
No, I don't see it. I don't see it. Dude, they have too good of a division. If you look at it, I'll say this first off. There's no way they make the playoffs with Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback because obviously you've got the Ravens. They're probably maybe either them or the Browns will probably win the division, and there's just too big of a talent gap between. I think the Steelers have a solid roster too. I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but with number 7 back there in the backfield, like it's just. I don't know what else he wanted to ask for him, man. He's 70,000 years old. He's overweight. He can't run. His arm is just falling off. There's a lack of what you can do
It's a
out there.
Statue playing football.
Yes. Yes, he can't move. He can't do anything.
Nonetheless, they let the whole damn offensive line go last year, and they just think they're just going to run it back. No, the team should have been busted up while they had the chance.
Okay, and then Tampa Bay, New England.
Close game, Close game at least.
Very close game. I was hoping that Mac Jones was going to pull that shit off. Brady did not play that great. He had good stats, but he threw the ball 50 times. And he had no touchdowns. Brady did not play his best.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't pouring down rain the entire game.
I wish Brady would have dished out like 4 dimes to the end zone. Like Mac Jones would have done something crazy. But like Mac Jones, though, give him the credit. I mean,
he played pretty good.
And Collinsworth was making sure you knew he was playing okay.
Collinsworth dick. Dude, Collinsworth just had Mac Jones' dick all the way down his throat.
Apparently, Mac Jones and Chris Collinsworth have like the same agent.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah, makes sense. David, I'll say this. We'll revisit this the other night. We were having this discussion. Caleb, I want to know your opinion. Did you not? I mean, okay, yeah. So after the game, Belichick goes into the locker room, like whatever. But dude, after the game, he just gives him a little like, and it turns around and leaves like a little like less than a half a second interaction. That made me so mad. That made me so mad. Well, I don't. Okay, look. Okay. It's just 20 years, man. I just wanted the picture. I just wanted to see it. I just was sitting in my bed. And I was up late, dude. Yesterday was really tough because I was up late and waking up. Work was brutal. But I was just ready for the photo op of Brady and Belichick at midfield, hugging, exchanging some words, and then I'll say this: it probably wouldn't have bothered me. Considering he was in the locker room for like 24 minutes. Who knows what they did in there? 24 minutes alone in a room. I know what else you can do in 24 minutes. But if they wouldn't have had the whole thing where when Brady decided to leave and Belichick left it to a phone call, said he couldn't talk to him in person, then if that doesn't happen, then I probably would have been able to be like, it is what it is. But just the combination of the two. Just kind of rubbed me wrong.
I think it's perfectly, dude. Just lost that game on a doinked field goal. It's raining. Your team's 1-3. This guy over here is, the game like sucked. They probably just didn't care. Plus, the report came out that they went and had a meeting after. They had, and Belichick had scheduled it before the game to have a meeting with him after.
Yeah, these things definitely change, but I'm just saying, in the moment, dude, when I didn't know all this, and then that comes out, it did kind of piss me off a little bit.
As a head coach, you probably just like, dude. But plus, like, here's something that I don't think people think about enough is that, like, Belichick probably has he has a clue maybe how much people talk about it, but, like, the theatrics and the dramatic, like, emphasis that, like, the media and everyone puts on the Brady Patriots thing, I highly doubt Belichick's like ever even thinking about it. He's probably so focused on that team, like he doesn't have social media. He probably has no clue like that it's talked about that much, like because even like during the game they said that when they were talking to Belichick that he was like, I just don't get why people think it's some blah 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 blah. I think they're fine. I understand walking away that quick in the rain after a tough loss.
Yeah. So I got one more question just to like see what y'all think. That decision to kick the field goal on 4th and 4 in the rain to tie a career long, like, why? I just feel like true, I guess, but also like I just feel like it's easier to get 4 yards. It's easier to get 4 yards than it is to kick a 56-yard field goal in the rain. Tie your career long in the rain.
Yeah, he's also giving the ball back to Brady.
Yeah, but I mean,
there is no.
That's what I'm saying.
Over anyway. You miss the field goal, game's over. You don't get it, game's over.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. But to me,
that's what I'm saying. Is that like
it would be different if
why kick the field goal?
It would be different if the kicker was like the kicker's hurt. Nick Folt's been hurt. His plant leg is screwed up, like it's something like a disc calf or something. So he's hurt. It's freezing cold or coldish, raining. Mac Jones has been dealing all night. We got all these weapons offense. Let's do it. When I don't understand it, but Belichick is a conservative guy. Whatever.
True.
Okay, and then Chargers beat the Raiders. Whatever. That game was kind of whatever. Had a rain delay.
Yeah. How do you have a lightning delay in a $5 billion stadium inside? How does that work?
That's so weird.
I'd love to talk to like a physicist or a meteorologist or something, or like somebody really smarter than us. Like, and it's like, let them explain that to me, because something's wrong. Something is wrong with that stadium. If you spend $5 billion to build it and you're inside and you have to like stop for lightning.
It's crazy.
Also, I feel like the gambling gods like told us, because like the Chargers are playing and you have a lightning delay and then they go out and they get the cover. Like, I mean, they just wrote it on the wall.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Hey, how about Danny Dimes going into giving New Orleans a business through like 400 yards?
Won in overtime. Jets and Giants. Yeah, Danny Dimes is nice. Saquon Barkley is nice. Dude, now Blake offered me Saquon for David Montgomery before he made the official trade with Drew, and I'm just really thinking about how nice that could be right now.
It would have been nice.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Mm-hmm. But all right, let's get into this week. Thursday night football, Rams Seahawks. Rams are -3, over under 54.5. You guys know the deal. Pick whatever. We'll do locks of the week. So Rams -3, over under 54.5. I'm gonna take. If the Rams were 4-0, I would really be juicing up Seahawks, but I'm gonna take the Rams. I think the Rams bounce back here. I don't know off my top of my head McVay versus Carroll record, but I'm gonna say McVay has more wins. Y'all think I'd be right?
It'd be close. It'd definitely be close.
Let's look it up.
While you're looking that up, I'll just go ahead and make my pick. I'm gonna piggyback. Like you said, man, I want to take the Seahawks here. I really want to take Seahawks here, but I just don't. I don't see the Rams losing 2 in a row, and I don't see them winning by less than 3. So you give me them -3. I like it.
I'm taking the Rams too. I'm with y'all. I don't think this is not a team that's going to lose 2 straight. They were coming off a big game. Maybe they're just not prepared. Maybe it's a wake-up call to them. They're not going to lose 2 straight, though. Seattle's already done that.
Seattle had a big win this week, too. It's going to be a letdown spot.
That was a big win. But, they got the luxury of dealing with a Trey Lance instead of a Jimmy G because of injury.
True.
So I'm going to take the Rams still. They're still a good team. I still think they're in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah. And McVay is 5-3, 6-3, including the playoffs last year against.
Dang, I would have thought it'd been closer than that. 750.
So, all right. So this Sunday, Jets, Falcons, over under 46. I think the over hits.
Yeah. What did you say the spread was?
Falcons -3.
Oh man.
I know. I'm taking the Falcons. I'm riding with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons too. I mean, why not? I feel better betting on the Falcons than I do the Jets. I really do.
Yeah, and I'm
taking
the
Falcons
46.
also.
Here we go. Now we're definitely
now
going.
Now that Caleb tied us up, he's trying to stick with us.
Yeah.
Last week everything was different.
Game plan, baby.
Honestly,
no,
dude,
I think the Falcons they're a better offensive team. I think the Falcons may, dare I say, maybe sack Zach Wilson a time or two. I mean, that offensive line in New York is just atrocious.
That'd be crazy if we sacked somebody.
Getting daring today, ain't we?
And nobody on the Jets defense is going to be able to handle the way the backfield is playing. Mike Davis and Cordell Patterson are playing pretty good for the Falcons right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are. I mean, they look like one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL right now. It's crazy. It's wild. And obviously you got Chunt up there.
Get wild.
Yeah, but dude, I still can't accept the fact that the Falcons are bad this year. Like, obviously, I know we're not good, but like just to be like flat out bad and go like 4-13, I don't see. I just think this team has too much talent, especially when you have Cordell Patterson playing like the second coming of Roddy White.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, I just feel like, dude, there's just something. I'll say one thing. So we're gonna talk Falcons. I'll get a little spill right here. Calvin Ridley's got to step it up. Calvin Ridley's got to step it up. This is his opportunity. We got rid of Julio this offseason. Majority of the reason I feel like we were able to do that is because
we believed in you.
We had faith in Calvin, and he's dropping balls. He's scared. He's scared of contact. He
13 targets,
east and west
7
instead
catches.
of north and south. It drives me insane.
He's 7
Wasn't
catches
like that
on 13
last year.
targets. He's had at least 3 targets or three targets that he didn't catch all game so far. Not good. Not good.
Yeah.
Dropped a lot of. I'm with you. All right, let's talk some other pick games. Packers Bengals. I like this one. Packers -3, over under at 50.5. Do we?
I think so.
I'm gonna go Green Bay.
I think so. I think I'm taking Cincy.
Yeah.
I'm take Cincy.
I'm gonna take Cincy +3, and the take the under 50.5.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid in Cincy. Dude, Joe Burrow looks electric, man.
It feels it just feels too juicy. It feels because the Bengals play nice, Packers play nice too, but it's a 1:00 game. The Packers don't play a lot of 1:00 games, Packers play a lot of prime time, 4:25 America's Game of the Week football. That's literally what they've been on. They haven't played a 1:00 game since, I guess, they haven't played a 1:00 game at all yet this year. First 1:00 game for them. And then the Bengals bring them down. And Cincy, plus the Packers are 3-1, so it's just one of those things where it's not like a drastic loss. +3 and the under 50.5.
I'm gonna go the opposite way on both of y'all. I'm gonna take the Packers, and I'm gonna take the over too. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. Both offenses look damn good. Jair Alexander is hurt for Green Bay, and that gives me a little bit more faith in the Bengals offense. However, the Packers still have the man himself, and he's going to outduel Joe Burrow this game. The old-timers still win in this league.
I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take the over on this one as well. Also, sprinkle a little bet in there for y'all. Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown in this week. I think that one hits.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get one Thursday, but he's been getting tons.
He's did.
Okay. Patriots, Texans. Actually, we're not going to talk about that. Dolphins, Bucks. Dolphins, Bucks is Bucks -10. Is that too much?
Might be. I don't know. Shit.
The Bucks are really thin in the secondary right now. Really, really, really thin.
I think that's too much.
Damn, that's tough. Yeah.
I think that is too much.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Bucks.
But the Bucks.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
But the Bucks will be in their stadium after last week. Yeah, never mind. I'm back. I'm on the Bucks.
That's gonna be a tough one, but I'm on
the Bucks. Never mind.
I just rather.
Tua's not back. Yeah, no.
Dolphins
don't look hot. Dolphins have a good deep.
That's true. Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, it's Bucks all the way.
We were all three like, it might be too much.
Yeah.
You know what?
What's over under?
48.
Ooh.
I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over too. I think Brady's gonna light that bitch up, and so the Dolphins, because maybe Jacoby Brissett can squeak out 200 and something yards.
Maybe. Okay. My lock of the week. We don't have to pick this game, but my lock of the week is going to be the Patriots -9 against the Texans. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't think we need to talk about that game because who cares? But Texans -9 is my lock of the week. Some other games. Jacksonville Titans. Titans are -4, over under 48. I'm taking the Jags.
I'm taking the Jags too, man. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be loud. Jacksonville is gonna be. He's going to erupt, man. We're rallying around our boy Urban right now. You know, the Duval has Urban's back right now. You know, that's our guy. We love him. He just embodies the spirit and the passion of Duval. You know, I love it. So yeah, give me. Dude, but I'm joking. But I actually being serious here for a second. I really think that they're gonna cover. Like I really think they will. They've been close. They were close against the Cardinals. They were really close against the Cardinals there for a second. I honestly thought they might win that one outright for a while of that game until the very end. They had the Bengals game right there. This is their opportunity, especially if Julio and AJ miss another game. I think it definitely will. I doubt that we see both of them miss. Also doubt that we see both of them play. I think it will probably be one or either. So yeah, give me the Jags, man. Give me the Jags. We're getting into the win column this week.
With it.
I'm going to take Tennessee. I think this is going to be a bounce back game for Tennessee. I think they're going to run Derrick Henry down their throat. Hopefully, they can hang in the game. But I mean, yeah, it's going to be a letdown, and maybe Irving gets fired after the game. Maybe not. We'll see.
Okay. Browns Chargers. Chargers -1.
This is my lock of the week. Chargers -1.5.
Really?
Yep, absolutely. I don't like how the Browns have looked. Dude, they're winning games right now, but it's not sustainable.
Not scoring touchdowns.
Not sustainable. They're not
like
scoring
touchdowns.
Last week. Baker looked sus this week. He was like threw for 155 yards or something like that. I don't know. It's just coming off the top of my head. It was like right around 150. You're not going to win games against good teams like that. You're not. This just goes back to the discussion that we've had a lot of times. Other sports writers and sports talking heads have had. The Browns' offense legitimately looks better without Odell Beckham. It doesn't make sense, but it does. It does. That's just the fact of it.
We're starting to score a lot more last year without him.
I mean, even look at like the first couple of weeks when Jarvis was their number one, and then he gets hurt and Odell comes back. They looked much better in week one than they do right now.
I'm gonna take Chargers -1.5 too. You convinced me.
I think I'm gonna take Browns +1.5.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be able to run over the Chargers. They had the Chargers put Kenneth Murray on the IR.
Oh, the Yankees got on the board, by the way.
What happened?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but they're on the board.
Safe.
Had to be a bomb. Had to be a solo bomb.
That was Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, Aaron Judge just got safe at first. That game. Spicing up.
All right, dude. We got to wrap the pod up.
All right. All right. Two more. 49ers Cardinals. Cardinals -5.5. Over under 50. Trey Lance could be playing in this game. Could be starting. And I think I'm going to take the 49ers. I think, as what Jake said, 5 points. If you're giving me that, I'm taking it. Yeah, that's not exactly what you said, but you know what I mean. Plus, I'm taking 49ers +5.5 and the over. I think if Trey Lance is playing this game, I think we're going to see something crazy. I think we truly are. With Shaney's offense, I think we're going to see something crazy.
If Trey Lance plays this game, I don't think we're ever going to see Jimmy G start a game for the 49ers again. With that said, I'm going to take the Cardinals -5. I was really impressed with them last week. They've looked really good in all 4 games this season. I'm going to continue going with them. Give me the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Cardinals too. Trey Lance is facing a good pass rush. That may shook him up a little bit. Even though the 49ers do got a damn good O-line, I'm going to take the Cardinals still. I think I'm rolling with the Kyler Murray train. He's going to dance on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see, fellas. Last one, Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs -3. Did you guys know about the Chiefs spread problem?
No, I'm not sure.
They're 2. Last week they covered, but before last week they were 1-11-1 in their last 13 against the spread.
Really?
And so now they're 3-point favorites against the Bills. I think I'm going to take the Bills.
I think so too. The Bills last week.
Bills in the over.
God, you can't look. You could not have looked better the last 2 weeks for the Bills. Josh Allen's playing like a perennial MVP. MVP.
Oh dear God!
All right, I'm back. But like I said, Josh Allen's playing like a damn perennial MVP candidate right now. They look incredible. They look so good. I think they win. I think they win straight up. There are issues with the Kansas City's roster, how it's put together right now. They really are. They're
off. Josh Gordon this week.
I guess I don't know how much that's just gonna change. Yeah, personally. But
defensively, they don't look good.
Defensively, they look terrible.
Yeah, the Eagles were putting up points. Jalen Hurts threw for over 300 yards on that. 387 passing yards for Jalen Hurts. He threw for more yards than Patrick Mahomes did that day.
That's wild. Yeah, like I said, their defense has a lot of holes. Their offensive line has a lot of holes.
They got trouble on defense.
And I honestly, you got Kelsey, but outside after Tyreek Hill, man, like I have questions about their offensive weapons. We've seen Clyde Edwards-Helaire the last 2 weeks. Thank God he's got going. He's had 2 straight weeks over 100 yards for my fantasy team. That is a complete savior. But I have a lot of questions about this Kansas City team that I did not have last year or the year before.
And we've seen it. Okay. Before we wrap up the pod, we're watching the playoffs right now. The Yankees, Red Sox, AL wild card. Let's make our brackets right now before we end the pod. Do you guys know how it's set up? I'm assuming. Well, I'll just tell you if you don't.
Yeah.
Yankees, Red Sox. A little biased because we are watching the game. I'm gonna make the bold prediction that the Yankees come back and win. I'm gonna make that bold prediction right now in the top of the 6th with Giancarlo Stanton currently whiffing with 1 out.
Dude, honestly, it doesn't matter who wins this game because the Rays are gonna win. The Rays are gonna beat.
All right, so Rays, and then I'm gonna take the White Sox. I feel like the popular pick's the Astros, but I'm gonna go with the White Sox against the Astros. Some October magic for Chicago, and God, what's the manager's name?
Tony La Russa.
Got to be something crazy.
Dude, the White Sox are good, man. They got really good arms. They have a solid bullpen. Dude, Tim Anderson's playing really well. I don't think that's crazy. I personally would probably. Yeah, you just finish yours, my bad.
Yeah, and then I think the White Sox make the World Series. Let's get crazy. And then on the NL side, the Dodgers are going to be the Cardinals most likely.
Way.
Oh. And the Yankees. Oh.
Dude, y'all are killing me right now. I want to watch this game, dude.
Oh, God, dang it. Fucking idiot. Never mind. They almost scored there. Damn it. Throwing that at home. All right. But anyway, okay. So, what were we talking about?
You were talking about
all right. Sorry. All right. So, Dodgers beat Cardinals. Dodgers beat Giants. Braves beat Brewers. Dodgers beat Braves. Dodgers White Sox World Series. Realistically.
And I'm assuming you have the Dodgers winning it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go a little bit different here. Obviously, like I said, I think the Red Sox will win tonight. Like I said, that's a little bit biased because they're already up 3-1. But I was a little questionable like going to this game. I thought that they might have a chance. I got the Astros over White Sox. I think it goes the distance. Then I'm gonna take the Rays over the Astros. That's going to be a damn good series, though. That's going to be a really good
like last
series.
year.
Yeah.
For the Rays are down 3-0.
Yeah, for real. Wild card. Look, dude, I know it's a hot pick right now. Everybody's like, oh, Cards money line. I feel like it's halfway.
I'm still going to do it.
I'm being dead serious right now. I really think St. Louis is going to win this game tomorrow because they're the hottest team in baseball. There is not a better team in baseball right now than the St. Louis Cardinals. And here's my thing about the Dodgers. Not a single team in baseball is going to beat them in the series. Not a single team in baseball really has a legitimate chance to beat them in a full 7-game series. It's not going to happen. But in a
they're down Kershaw.
In a one-game playoff, it can happen. It can happen. And I got St. Louis winning. I see. Look for Harrison Bader. Look for him. I think he makes a big play tomorrow night. Not sure what. That's just a name to hold on to. Then I've got the Giants over the Cardinals. I've got the Braves over the Brewers, and then I've got the Braves over the Giants, and then the Braves over the Rays. I mean, look, I think y'all might obviously think I'm being a little biased here. I really think we can do it this year. But here's my thing: things have to go exactly. Things have to go exactly as I said. It has to go. The St. Louis is going to have to beat LA. Like first off, because if it's a Dodgers Braves series, we've watched that movie so many times. We've watched that movie way too many times. We know how it ends. We know how it ends. So, fuck, it's gonna happen. But yeah, I like the Braves. I really do. I like this team, dude. We're coming together at the right time. Like our bats are hot, dude. You can't look at that lineup and not say it is not filthy because it is.
All right, Caleb.
I think it is too, but we'll get there. All right, so Boston's going to win this game tonight. The Yankees just kind of pissed away. They're down 0-2 with 2 outs as I'm seeing it. So, yeah, I'm going to take Boston. Bias, whatever. Tampa's going to beat them anyways. I'm going to take the Sox in that series.
The White Sox?
Yeah, I'm taking the Sox. Sox play Tampa Bay in the ALCS. Tampa Bay wins. Tampa's good again, really good again. They're probably better than they were last year.
Yeah, they definitely are. Definitely are. Wander's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. All right. This wild card game is interesting in the NLCS or the NL wild card game because it is a hot play. LA has a team that can end that streak on any given night, though. I don't feel like I can bet against Walker Buehler in that loaded all-star lineup over whoever the Cardinals want to throw. They can throw Flaherty if they want to. I don't think they're going to beat them. I'm going to take LA. I do think the Giants beat LA in the 7-game series because they're down Kershaw there without one of their other pitchers. That Giants team,
the guy who just sucks in the playoffs all the time,
for a reason.
They're just without that guy.
He kind of redeemed himself last year. And he had a solid
start. When it was only like 80 games in, yeah, he definitely redeemed himself. I'm a Kershaw guy, but I'm just saying let's not act like losing Kershaw is the worst thing for him.
Yeah.
Power hurts a lot worse.
Yeah, it's tough to combat that because there is so much like to say about him coming up short in the playoffs, but
he would be the last guy in the rotation anyways for the starting guys. Now they'll just throw the more reliever ends.
All right, but finish. So you got Giants over the Dodgers.
Yeah. I'm taking the Braves over the Brewers. The Brewers had their reliever punch a fucking wall. Don't know how they didn't learn from Oscar Yanoa, but here we are again. Except they're in the playoffs, and we got our guy back. So screw them. Braves lineup is dangerous, and we're hot. We're hitting good.
Yeah.
Jock Peterson's the man. Chop on. Braves. However, I think here's the end of the run. We're outmatched in the bullpen. We're outmatched with bats and home run potential, speed, defense, all of it. This San Francisco team is for real. I'm taking them. Not much excitement here.
San Francisco versus Tampa Bay. If that's what we get, I'm going to be pissed.
I think Tampa Bay wins that series. I think
so you got Tampa Bay winning the World Series. Tampa Bay, Dodgers, and the Braves.
Yeah.
Here's my thing about the Giants, bro. We just saw, we went out there and, split with them and then lost in one game to them in one series. We can beat that team, bro. We can play with the Giants. And it took one game. It took, we absolutely botch it with Will Smith in the bottom of the ninth. And then they have Kevin Gausman get a walk-off pinch hit. We can beat that team. We can. And I think we will. I really do think the Braves are about to make a run. We were here last year, and we're doing it for number 13. All right, and it's just going to be a sweet feeling, man. We've gone all our lives, without a championship, man. We've gone. We are less than a month away from us hoisting the trophy, man. We're so close, and we just don't even realize it yet. We're so close to pain and suffering being over.
Yeah.
I hope this is not going to be a bad clip in about a month.
Not when we get swept by the Brewers.
Chill. All right. That's it. We've talked the football. We've talked the baseball. Basketball's coming up. Get spicy. Hawks lost the first preseason game. Trey's all right, though.
Yeah, and Trey got taken to the locker room. Like, he walked off. Like, dude, I'm done. Like, do not play. You do not play a single more second in the preseason. Like, who cares?
Facts. All right. Any last words before we sign off? Hell of
sneeze.
I don't have anything. Just stay cool. All right.
All right.
Shout out to Iowa. I know I didn't pick them, but shout out to Iowa. Coach Nelson's going to the game, and it's going to be a blast. Yeah, he's going.
That's really cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Flying out there
Yeah, he's flying out that morning. The game kicks at 4.
Classic.
Shout out to the boss man going up there, getting it in.
By the way, just real quick, the Matt Ryan denied a report he wants out. Apparently, somebody reported Matt Ryan wants out of Atlanta.
Hey, did we kind of just gloss over the Jalen Smith news? Like, that's kind of big.
I don't get it. Like, I just don't see why you don't at least, I know he hasn't, blossomed in the NFL, but I feel like you can at least get, a late pick out of him at the absolute least. I just don't get just releasing him and eating that dead cap,
Who knows?
Kind of weird. He must have, like you said, screwed up. News probably come out by the time we make another podcast. It'll probably be the damn talk of the damn city.
All right. Deep Shot episode 35. Kevin Durant episode. Wow.
See you, boys.